time starts again. You know, like the accent in my voice. People who go fast and who are so smart and intelligent and genius and brilliant, they don't have a video like I have now that might run out in a second because my storage is mysteriously full from application size this big and numbers that add up to inconclusive and confusing and misdirection. Free people don't forget their thoughts. Freedom has nothing to do with a heat being turned on in a home. As long as the bill gets paid and the freaking electricity, gosh darn, doesn't get shut off. Whatever you describe, the restriction of what I just said, with accent and heat on a wall, they are not freedom. They are not free. They are not a temporary pause before you get to freedom. They are stopping, starting, restarting, stopping, starting, restarting, stopping, starting. Zeros and ones for consciousness, rather than spontaneous, great, and unknown consciousness. You ever thought about the last time you went, oh, I never saw that before? Well, I never heard those sounds. A simulation video game kind of world I've been describing in this series of videos has the limits of consciousness as the parameters. And those parameters are the freedom. Timothy Leary's great vision, maybe. Everybody can just trip out whenever they want and visualize. Not see the stars, not see Mars and planets, not stare out at the blue sky and see a crow just soaring and then an eagle come over next to them and they just disappear. These kind of people and these folks, they don't need food. They don't need quarantine. They don't need restrictions socially. Okay, they're going to be smart and do, and they know, okay, they're just going to go do the suggestion. And they don't care about consequences of malnutrition. They don't care about their brain working so hard to trip them out. Their body looks like it came out of like a horror film. They don't care about their neighbor who's freezing fucking cold when they're sick with the flu and throwing up, and then having to hear their behavior. during recovery from the vomit. They're aware and they have attention and have already decided. Simulation, video games, rave music, drugs, booze, and some cigarettes. And the occasional emotion, the occasional sweet conversation. And the required high, and the required nod, and the required eyebrow movement, and the required mouth movement, and the necessary silence. And the most important, calm. For them to have more room to do stuff and have space to solve climate change and to be able to be social and to be able to go out to eat and to be able to drive their cars and not get in traffic and get stuck on the way home to their family from the lover and the husband or the wife that they met on the internet. There's a real symphony occurring in the world, and none of it has to do with music. The symphony has to do with the brain, the mind, and the body having the chemicals, keeping them in charge and keeping the world subdued. And eliminating behavior and eliminating speech and language and starting to have decisions and choices certain, with uncertainty outlawed and declared racist, white nationalism, violent, hormonal, and emotionally aggressive. The best conclusion I can give with the planet, world, earth, society, brain, mind, body, control, and restriction and brutality have to do with objects like the cross, in materials like the tapestry, and having the focus and the concentration go on the positivity to finally be out of the insanity. The end.